Okay, so we're back for part 2 of Fighters. We're going to go over the Battle Master and the maneuvers a bit more. So, when you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you learn maneuvers that are fueled by special dice called superiority dice. Superiority dice, okay. Maneuvers. You learn 3 maneuvers, enhance an attack in some way. You can use only one maneuver per attack. You learn 2 additional maneuvers of your choice at 7th, 10th, and 15th level. Each time you learn new maneuvers, you can also replace one of the maneuvers you know with a different one. So, I feel like the one for the College of the Maestro that Matthew Mercer created, may have been uh, based off of this a little bit, or there with one of the mechanics of the College of the Maestro may have been a little influenced by this, because they can learn techniques, and with each they learn new techniques at certain levels, and when they learn new techniques, they can replace one. So with that mechanic, it feels heavily influenced by this. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But it's just kind of cool to see some of the parallels between classes that have been created with other ones, where you can kind of see what kind of works, you know? Then superiority dice. You have 4 superiority dice, which are d8s. A superiority die is expended when you use it. You regain all of your expended superiority dice when you finish a short or long rest. You gain another superiority die at 7th level and one more at 15th. Then saving throws. Some of your maneuvers require your target to make a saving throw to resist the maneuver's effects. The saving throw DC is calculated as follows: 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength or dexterity, your choice. So whichever one is higher, you can use that one, which is pretty cool. Student War, 3rd level, you gain proficiency with one type of artisan's tools. I already went over that. I'm mostly going to the maneuvers, which are a lot of them. The maneuvers are presented in alphabetical order. So, first up we have Commander's Strike. When you take the attack action on your turn, one of your attacks, and use a bonus action to direct one of your companions to strike. When you do so, choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you and expend 1 superiority die. That creature can immediately use its reaction to make 1 weapon attack, adding the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, which is good if you kind of plan it out with your companion, or if you have like a pet or something like that, that would be cool. But if you're just going off of your party, then it may, especially early on, it might be a little iffy, you know. But if you have good party, uh, if you have a good party friendship, I guess I could say, I'm blanking on the word, then you can do with a party member. Disarming attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to disarm the target, forcing it to drop 1 item of your choice that it's holding. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the target must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it drops the object you choose. The object lands on its feet. At its feet. So that's pretty cool. They can drop a weapon, or if they're holding a certain item, other than that you need to get, they can drop that as well, which is pretty cool. Then distracting strike. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to distract the creature, giving your allies an opening. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. The next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than you has advantage if the attack is made before the start of your next turn. Okay. Evasive footwork. When you move, you can expend 1 superiority die, rolling the die, and adding the number rolled to your AC until you stop moving. So if you move and you know you're going to have at least one attack of opportunity made against you, this would be great for protecting yourself against that one or however many, because it's going to be there until you stop moving. So as long as you keep moving, you can go through as many as you want with that boosted AC. Fainting attack. You can expend one superiority die and use a bonus action on your turn to feint, choosing one creature within 5 feet of you as your target. You have advantage on your next roll against that creature. If that attack hits, add a superiority die to the attack's damage roll. Okay. Okay. So it just gives you a bit of advantage and a bit of boost on damage roll if the attack hits. So not bad. Then goading attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die to attempt to goad the target into attacking you. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than you until the end of your next turn. So this is a great way to make you the target. If you have a high AC or a lot of HP, then this is amazing for you to just uh, be the tank if you don't have any, you know. The next up, lunging attack. When you make a melee weapon attack on your turn, you can expend one superiority die to increase your reach for the attack by 5 feet. If you hit, you add the superiority die attacks to the attack's damage roll. If you hit, you add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. Okay. So it extends your reach. Like if you use all of your movement, and you're still like an extra 5 feet away, it allows you to go further and deal a bit more damage. So it's not bad. Then maneuvering attack. Ha ha ha! I see what you did there, Wizards of the Coast. Ha ha. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die to maneuver one of your comrades into a more advantageous position. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and you choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you. That creature can use its reaction to move up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks from the target of your attack. So seems like a great way to get an ally, like one of your party members, out of a sticky situation. Like if they're low on HP and this is the last guy, you can use this to get them out of there faster. So that way they can kind of live. Then menacing attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die to attempt to frighten the target. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it is frightened of you until the end of your next turn. Okay. Okay. So it's when you hit the creature. That's the thing you need to watch out for. It's when you hit a creature, an opponent. Then you can frighten them until the end of your next turn. Then parry. When another creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend one of your superiority die to reduce the damage by the number you roll on your superiority die plus your dexterity modifier. So it's parry is just a way for you to get dealt less damage, which in D&D you kind of need for like some sticky situations. Then precision attack. When you make a weapon attack, roll against a when you make a weapon attack roll against a creature, you can expend one superiority die to add it to the roll. You can use this maneuver before or after making the attack roll, but before any effects of the attack are applied. Okay. Okay. Then pushing attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die to attempt to drive the target back. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, you push the target up to 15 feet away from you. So if you have a line of your allies basically set up, you can use pushing attack, push them 15 feet back, and just provoke a few opportunity attacks with them. Possibly yourself as well, but I'm not sure how that would work with you attacking, then pushing them back. Then I have four more. Rally. On your turn, you can use a bonus action and expend one superiority die to bolster the resolve of one of your companions. When you do so, choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you. The creature gains temporary hit points equal to the superiority die roll plus your charisma modifier. So that is great for just bolstering the HP of your allies, giving them a little bit of a buffer for them to live a little bit longer. Then riposte. When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend one superiority die to make a melee weapon against the creature. If you hit, you add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. So it's basically like a reaction. Yeah, you can use a reaction to expend one. It's basically a reaction with a little bit of uh, added damage if you hit. Sweeping attack. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die to attempt to damage another creature with the same attack. Choose another creature within 5 feet of the original target and within your reach. If the original attack roll would hit the second creature, it takes damage equal to the number you roll on your superiority die. The damage is the same type dealt by the original attack. That I kind of like, because it does a little bit of chip damage, and it kind of adds flavor to your character a little bit. Then last but not least, trip attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die to attempt to knock the target down. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, you knock the target prone. So that's pretty cool. Just a chance to knock them down if they're large or smaller. Uh, so it's pretty cool that they would be knocked prone. These maneuvers are kind of cool. They're really cool. I really like the parry one. Is that the one I like? Parry. No, not parry. Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? So I'm trying to. Disarming strike. I really like the disarming strike, where they just drop an object they're holding that you can choose. So if they're holding their weapon, you can have them drop that. If they're holding a shield, they can drop that. Or if they're holding like the piece de resistance that you need for like the MacGuffin. The MacGuffin. If they're holding the MacGuffin, you can have them drop that, pick it up, and get it away from them as fast as you can. So it's just nice. I like that the best. I do like the one I said earlier, the parry. That one's pretty cool too. But like I said, my favorite's the disarming strike, or the disarming attack. But that's really the maneuvers. So I hope you all enjoy this video. I hope it kind of helped better explain the fighter. And I'll see you all in the next video. Stay frosty, my friends.